Yikes.
So
Was somebody molested in the New York comedy scene? Will mushrooms tell you all the answers? All this and more on the next exciting episode of the Real Ass Joe Gorman Experience. Welcome back to the show. Joining me, my loyal sidekick / assistant / bodybuilder, Matt Maran.
I'm not a bodybuilder, but thank you.
Well, those fucking biceps tell a different story, my friend.
What is this little feline?
Oh, this is a cat. This is Babastis.
Babastis.
Are you allergic to cats?
I am, but I like how cats.
Oh, yeah. I'm supposed to ask the guests before they come
I
here.
like how.
We do have Claret. By the way, our guest on the News from Bed podcast,
Hey.
Paddy Defino.
I'm thrilled to be here.
What's up,
Stoked,
Patty?
as they would say.
Yeah, well, you're literally looking death in the eye.
That, yeah.
Are you
I
like
am
deadly
all- this-
allergic to cats like
No.
Macaulay Culkin to
But
bees
this
and My
cat
Girl?
looks like it could kill. I mean,
He
look
will-
at this fucking.
He's a
thing.
street cat. When
It's
he's gonna yawn and you're gonna see an empty mouth because all of his teeth are missing because he was hit by a car.
Yeah, or like the fish bones, like
Yeah.
a Sylvester.
He actually used to be a
pussycat.
hockey player.
It is funny, like cats have names, but they don't react to their names.
Yeah. Well, they did a study where cats know their names. They just don't give a shit.
Yeah,
I
they just
think that's
really-
probably more what it is.
They just don't give a fuck at all.
We have Claret somewhere that I usually take, so I'm also allergic to cats.
I should be good the first hour.
Yeah, between
God,
yes.
that
I'll,
Maybe I'm allergic. You're risking your life to do the Patreon.
Yeah, I'll just say.
Here he comes. Here he comes to kill you.
Here he comes.
usually Finnegan's here to protect me when he tries to come near me.
They look you right. What happened to his ears? Were they clipped?
He got like frostbite. He's a
Really?
street cat. Yeah.
Wow.
We rescued him. Come on
How
here.
many, like worms?
No, he
Is
got
it
he got.
worms?
He's been to the vet, so he's
Okay.
he's
I
clean.
do think I grew up with cats, so like I'll go back
Yeah.
home, and because I grew up with them, I guess I had a tolerance. But once I moved out, every time I would go back, I would have allergic reactions.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
now I'll go back home, and they're the cats that I had since they were babies, and I can't touch them anymore.
Yeah.
I'm like, I love you, Harley,
My
but you have to trust me that I love you. I can't show affection in any way.
Yeah. My grandma had cats.
Yikes.
And every time I would go there, I would just be scratching my eyes out. But it also just so happened that like my grandma was like a bummer to be around.
Nice.
Yeah.
So it worked out where I had the eye thing, you know.
Ah, that's a good
I was like,
excuse.
you know.
I would love to hang out with you, Grandma. You're so charismatic and
Yeah.
fun and a great time always.
Also,
but
when you get out of the city, like in the city, it's like a one cat per bedroom.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
rule. But when you get out, there's just legions of cats
Really?
like,
Is
under
that a-
someone's couch.
yeah.
My aunt has 5 cats.
Okay.
I've only ever seen 2 of them.
Well, she has a house. I take it. She has like
She has a house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she made it a home.
Is it like a 2-story house?
It's a 2-story little
Oh.
basement. It's a
Nice,
nice.
dude.
It's.
Look how scared Matt is of this cat, too.
Are you allergic?
Yeah.
I am, yeah.
Matt's acting like it's like death row.
Yeah.
But yet he didn't take that in consideration when booking you. He just saw stars in his eyes with Patty giving us
Yeah.
the thumbs up. Don't worry, dude. This cat won't kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I've smoked DMT, so I've looked death directly in the eye.
that first time, right?
That was my
You
first
just did
time.
like recently.
Yeah, like-
I still haven't. Joe, I know you're.
I've done it a couple of times, but I didn't have the experience Patty did.
Yeah, I had
Yeah.
the full death experience, dude.
Yeah.
That must have been
Embarrassing. It was embarrassing.
Were
Why
you
was it
around?
embarrassing?
It's embarrassing having a life-changing moment in front of someone else's family that you don't really know that well.
Oh,
it was with
you?
Malia's family. So like her parents
Yeah.
were there, and like
Why
The
would you
family
guys
was
do-
doing DMT.
yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and
Whoa.
I was making fun of them. I was like, "You guys are out of your mind for smoking DMT."
It's like a family. That's like the only way I would want to hang out with my family.
yeah, as
Like,
if we're passing through.
My
a fucking-
family's already trying to like coordinate. Like, well, where should we meet up for Thanksgiving or should we meet up for Christmas?
Yeah,
It's like I don't want to fucking meet up for like they're doing the thing where I have to buy my own ticket there. Like they coordinate
Oh.
when we meet, but I have to buy my own ticket and pay for my own hotel
yeah,
room.
dude. It's like you
What's
might,
the point?
Yeah.
What's the
there's,
point?
There's no point in I don't know. Family, the whole Thanksgiving thing needs to stop.
Yeah.
Of
'Cause-
like everyone getting together every year.
Yeah,
and,
listen, we base this whole like we got rid of Columbus Day, but we're sticking with Thanksgiving.
I
Like,
want to bring Columbus Day back though. Let's trade Thanksgiving to get
we-
Columbus Day back.
Why
it's
don't
either
you
both
get
or
drunk
not.
on Indigenous Peoples Day? That makes more sense.
That's
It's
Yeah.
more
true.
culturally
That is true.
appropriate.
Because when you think
about
about it, Columbus was just the guy that got everyone there. He didn't know. I mean, he did. We knew later, that he knew things, but like Thanksgiving is like celebrating us just totally dominating another race of people.
Right.
Isn't it funny? We have like that illusion, like the Indians, like, oh, well, they came down and they helped us, and we all had a big feast together. We wiped that fucking group of natives like off the map.
Yeah,
and just took their fucking food.
We
sure.
all gathered together. They were really happy to help. But we showed up with all these guns and advanced machinery and technology they'd never seen before, and they were like, "Wow, you guys seem like fun. Out of the kindness of our heart, we'll help you, and we're not scared or threatened by you in any way."
Was there an overlap with guns? Was that gun time?
Yeah, guns, germs, and steel. You ever read that book?
No.
It's some dumb shit about America, but basically, it talks about how like. It was like the reason Europe conquered so much of the world, despite the fact that, you look at it from like a genetic point of view, and like, black people are much more athletic and shit.
Yeah.
So like, since like culture started in Africa, technically, Africa should be the one that controls the world.
Yeah.
But because of the location of Europeans, they had access to
and
more
the shape of their skull.
Yeah.
True.
Eugenics, but there were like mines and stuff that Europeans had access to more metals that they were able to figure out gun manufacturing.
Yeah.
And they would go to other continents, and because they had all these like fucking diseases and shit,
Yeah.
they were like wiped. It was like more of like fucking chemical warfare, but nobody knew about it. It was like wiping everyone out.
Now, I don't want to like desecrate the good name of Native Americans,
Yeah.
but I have a feeling if we handed them an iPhone,
Yeah.
they wouldn't get anything done with it.
Absolutely not.
No.
Like on a reservation right now.
Yeah, they would have got that. They would have created that app that delivers alcohol to your teepee by
Right.
bison.
Yes.
But they wouldn't have done. They're not building a gun.
They'd chip it away and make an arrowhead out of it.
Yeah.
let's be completely fucking honest.
Turn their
here.
iPhone into an arrow.
Yeah, with the Apple logo
Yes.
right on it.
I know exactly where my arrow is now,
Let me locate
thanks
my
to my
arrow.
AirTag.
That's
We
a good
use
point.
every part of our cell phone plan.
That's great. We started off with, I don't mean to desecrate the name of Native Americans, and then literally made no effort to do anything.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's like, they would turn an iPhone into an arrow.
Yeah, my grandpa told me they have an extra bone in their stomach
Yeah,
to make
in
them
their
drink
stomach.
more.
Really? To make them drink
That's
more?
awesome, dude. I mean,
Do you have any Native American in you?
probably right. That's
Yeah.
that's what everyone assumes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Maybe.
seem like the Native American guy that like gets taken in by the whites.
My grandmother was South American, so I think that's where
okay.
it comes from.
Aha. So you have some heads rolling down stairs energy.
Absolutely, dude. Panama? Are you kidding me, dog?
Panama.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Didn't that canal dry up?
it did. Like my mom's pussy.
Ooh. A Manapana Canal, my mom's pussy.
There you go.
Yikes. I should have. I didn't even. It doesn't even need like a tag for it. Like that makes enough sense. Oh my god.
Did something happen with the Panama Canal where like ships can't go through it?
Yeah, this is what I understood is like a month ago.
Yeah.
It dried up, so there was like supply chain issues, and then do you know EZoo, like the music festival in New York? It's like an
No.
electronic
Electric
music.
Zoo. Yeah.
They had to cancel the first day
No.
because of that supply chain issue, because of that canal dried up. I don't know if they couldn't get
What
enough
was coming to
food.
the music festival through
No,
the Panama Canal?
I have
yeah.
no idea. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
But then what they did is, so they canceled the first day, and then people who had tickets the first day were told to come back the second day.
No.
They did. They let people in, but then oversold the second day, couldn't let people in. Those people went to Sunday, and then there was 7,000 people that couldn't get into this festival,
Yeah.
and 1,500 of them broke through the fence, and it created like a PR nightmare.
Where does it take place?
Randall? No,
In Randall's Island?
Randall's Island, I think.
That's where they do Governor's Ball. I did security there a couple years for Governor's Ball.
Yeah.
Fortunately, both years I was in like the backstage. 1 year I was in the backstage area, and 1 year I was in like the like a VIP type area where if you paid extra, there was like a whole area for people to get extra drinks and stuff.
Okay.
There was the Freeloaders Lounge, they called
Nice.
it.
Yeah.
Which is a music festival. I've done music festivals where I'm in the crowd before, and that's a nightmare.
That is a nightmare. Just moving through, telling people to not smoke weed.
having to,
Don't
having
be a
to
square, dude.
having to like take people down who are climbing up the girders and
Yeah.
shit.
Oh,
Why
God.
stop a good time, dude?
Yeah, dude. What's his name?
That goes
Fucking-
against the entire fucking theory.
Well, because any of
rock.
those people climb up and they fall and get hurt, they're suing. And
No, they
then,
won't.
And yeah, I mean,
No,
it's
they
happened
won't.
before.
They won't. Not if they die.
Yeah.
Like what? You
The
just have to
family-
make. You just have to
family
make sure
sues.
they don't sue, Matt.
Yeah.
That was your job.
You just have to put spikes beneath them.
Yes.
So that if they fall, land right in the
die.
spikes. Yeah.
They fall off the fucking they fall off and like Matt's like, we need a medic, and then like breaks their neck
Yeah.
before it's like you're gonna be fine. That'd be sick, dude. Yeah, dude, that would be fucking gay as hell to fucking sue a venue.
yeah. I
People
think
do that.
suing,
People do that all the time.
I would just like permaban.
yeah.
for sure. Suing anything that's not vaccine related is pretty gay.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
suing Johnson and Johnson,
Right.
that's straight as hell.
That's
dude.
pretty straight.
That's good.
Yeah.
You fucking
Yeah.
poisoned us.
Yeah, dude,
You
this
literally
is-
poisoned
This
us.
is what Johnson and Johnson did to me. Dude.
You got rickets.
I have to wear stockings now
Why?
because I got a blood clot from the vaccine.
Did you
Oh,
really?
wait, you really
Yeah.
did?
100%.
That is awesome. Which you got
100%.
bullied into taking the Johnson and Johnson?
Are you
Yeah.
like, you're like one of the 6 people or whatever that got it?
one in 6
There's
people.
more than 6.
There's more than
Okay.
It was like a small, but you were one of the people that it happened to?
Yeah.
No, it was
Wow.
like
Yeah.
1 in 6. You have to do that for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
The rest of your life.
rest of my life, I have to wear.
Wait, are
these
you
fucking-
serious? You have to wear that the rest of
100% serious.
No! Are you serious? You
It's-
bring a woman back to your fucking
Dude,
place.
I have 7 minutes on this.
You're
but
kidding me.
it's-
You
it's-
really have to. Matt, this was a great
Yeah.
booking, by the
Yes.
way. You have to, for the rest of your life.
For the rest
All
of my
because of
life.
that fucking Fauci piece of shit.
All because of Fauci.
I mean, for
Locker
any,
room talk fans.
I don't even blame Johnson and Johnson.
but I mean,
It's
I
not
will
even
say,
their
if
fault.
anybody ever tells you that you shouldn't vote for RFK Jr., they're an asshole.
Yeah.
Like, you
Yeah.
have the most reason ever.
For sure.
So you
And
wouldn't.
the
you
worst part
wouldn't-
is I'm not going to vote for him because I hate the way he sounds.
He
But
does sound
that's,
awful.
It is
Yeah.
pretty. That's pretty rough.
How
It's
can you
bad.
have like an uncle that sounds so iconic,
yeah.
and then like it does it skip a generation?
Yeah, dude, I wonder what he did.
Because he knows how his uncle sound. He knows like what they expected Kennedy to sound like.
Yeah.
So why does he sound like a wizzled old fucking mine worker?
No idea. He must have been because he had like a checkered past.
He
right?
sounds like a prospector.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, he
You know?
does.
There's gold in them mountains
dude,
if we have health care.
He's
Like,
Stinky Pete.
Yeah.
dude, which used to be Pete Buttigieg's nickname.
He's
back
like
in
the
his-
guy who goes into the mine to find gold or not, and he comes out and he has to have somebody else announce to everyone whether
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
gold or not because he's got black lung from going too
For
far
sure.
into the mines.
Wasn't he? I think he was a drug addict, right? At
tight.
one point.
I mean,
Yeah.
they all were.
If you're like related to a president, you're doing a lot of drugs.
You have to.
You either have to murder a lot of people or do a lot of drugs. That's the only way you can
or
stay.
become a politician.
Yeah. By
If you
murdering
don't,
a
if you
bunch of
don't,
people.
yeah, if you don't become a politician, like follow in the family, use the name to get power,
Right.
Then you got to use the name to get away with shit.
Yeah.
What's the point of having the
Exactly,
name? Yeah.
dude. I would be doing blow in the White House
Yeah.
every
Oh, nice.
single
Hell
day.
yeah. Well, that'd be so cool.
It would be the best, dude.
Yeah.
You just rip a line, you look up, just a painting of Grover Cleveland is winking at you.
Hell
you know?
yeah.
I mean,
That's
like
fucking
it's like,
sick.
yeah, you're like
Which
I'm the
president would you, throughout history, most and least likely want to have looking at you as you're doing blow?
Well, I know about 6 presidents.
Okay.
And only
I would like Obama. I
want
like the
Obama?
way you're doing that blow. I put some in my big African nostrils. You know, like that. The man's from Kenya.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
They-
Now, you believe that too. I believe that now, man. Patty, I can't believe you literally have to wear fucking leggings
yeah,
the rest
dude.
of your
Yeah.
life.
And they chafe. I get like
That's
Oh, all the way
crazy.
up?
dude, all the way to fucking
So like during the summer,
Oh my god.
can you like can you just pull down your
Oh
pants?
wow. Oh
you
my
look like
god.
Spider-Man now.
Hell yeah. This
fucking A.
this episode's becoming a burlesque show.
Oh my god, dude.
Dude, I'm like a reverse Burt Kreischer on stage,
Yeah.
dude. Like I've dropped the pants like 6 times now.
How could
Like,
you
if
not?
I'm bombing, I'm like the pants are coming off. And
Yeah.
God
like
damn.
the more I do comedy, the more I bomb.
You are that is like the embodiment of like Americans do not get the vaccine. I can't believe you
Yeah,
got a
dude.
plug. That could have been
It
me.
literally made me gay. I'm wearing stockings.
That's
How long
crazy.
do you have to? I mean, you have to wear them your whole life, but like, do you ever take them off?
yeah. So
yeah, is
I'm-
it like a retainer where you can go a couple days without wearing?
it is like a retainer. Like I literally like the only time I wear them like twice a week now. I
Oh,
used to go
okay.
every day. but that was just too much.
But now you've earned a little reprieve.
yeah. I'm like, look, and if
Damn.
I'm like really depressed, I can just like take them off and be like,
I will never take my health for granted. I mean, I will, but I will never take my health for granted for the remainder of this episode. At
yeah,
least.
do not.
Damn.
The remainder of
So
this
do you at least
episode.
get like a disabled parking handicap?
No, I
thing?
get nothing. I didn't even get a prescription for pain medication or anything.
Really?
Yeah, I just
Were
got a
you in
fucking-
pain, or-
Basically, a kiss on the lips from the doctor, and then
Yeah.
send me on my way.
Like, what happened? Did you just start having pain in your legs?
So I was on mushrooms with my friend Ryan, and I had felt like some cramps in my leg, like in the weeks leading to this. But we were on mushrooms, and my legs were like up on a coffee table, and all of a sudden I was like, "Oh!" I just felt this crazy pain in my calf.
Oh my
and
God.
We looked, and there was like big veins like moving around. It looked like an
Whoa.
alien was trying to like break out of my leg, and I was like freaking out. I was like, "Dude, my leg just hurts like crazy." And my friend's like, "Dude, what if it's a blood clot?" And I was like, "Don't say that. We're on mushrooms. Like, why would you say that?" And then like I went to the doctor, and sure enough, they gave me like an ultrasound of my leg.
Yeah.
And I got like I had a boner the whole time. I don't know if you've
Nice.
ever gotten, dude. They like
A boner?
lube
No,
you
I
up.
haven't. What's
Ooh.
that?
And there's like this kind of heavy set, like middle-aged woman who's just like leaning her tit on your arm.
Okay, I'd get a boner
and just
too.
rubbing it up your groin all the way
Yeah.
to the base of your balls. And I'm
Yeah.
like, Jesus
You
Christ.
should have been
dude.
like, nurse, I think I'm getting another blood clot.
Yeah.
Can you please check and make sure?
And
Go
then-
on, doc. Get a closer look.
And then she goes to the spot and she goes, "All right, well, congratulations, you survived a blood clot." And I was just like, "Damn."
Is that like a big deal to actually survive a blood clot?
I think where mine was, you're never gonna die from it because it
Now-
was like the blood going away from my heart.
So what is can you for the people listening at home, maybe like the
Sure.
kids that are doing their homework assignment, and me who never paid attention to my body or science class, what
Right.
exactly is I know it's like clearly like the blood is like congealing in the arteries, but
Yeah.
what's going on?
That's pretty much it.
I did pay attention then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly it. But what happened was the blood clotted, and then new veins grew around it. So my leg the blood was still flowing through my leg,
Nice.
and the blood clot's still in there. They never took it out.
Can't they do something to break it up? Can't they get you medication?
They could, but they're like, we don't need to because your leg already healed itself. That's the miracle of the human body.
Isn't that weird? Like your body will just if you just kind of like leave it be.
Yeah.
Maybe eat like something like a little bit. Really, just have to like eat something a little bit better. Rest.
just eat a
little bit,
salad.
you know.
Yeah.
And like
Wear leggings for the rest of your life.
It is funny that like my body fixed a blood clot, but like half the time I'm trying to get an erection,
Yeah.
there's no help at all.
Well,
I'm left hanging.
Wait, since the blood clot, or that's just a normal
no,
thing?
but I did wonder if that had
Yeah.
something to do with it.
do you think you could ever like? Do you ever think about like taking like a knife to that vein and like just draining
Just
out some of the
carving
blood?
it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have thought about
Won't
that.
won't that blood clot eventually kind of like break down and dissolve?
Yeah, that's what they said. They said
So-
it'll like kind of work itself out.
But for how long?
I don't know, dude. Hopefully, but the thing is, even once that's gone, I still have to wear the stockings.
Have you really?
Yeah, the stockings are forever, dude.
Can't
Why?
you, like,
Like
what if
even
you
after
stamp.
it's gone?
What if you change your diet?
They said it'll maybe like you won't have to like my legs won't get as tired or whatever. But
Maybe you should do like that fucking ketogenic diet that everyone's doing.
Would keto help with that? I
Maybe.
did keto a few years ago.
Doesn't it like help alkaline your like fucking body and stuff?
maybe
I don't know. I did it just because it was I don't know. It was just a thing to do. I guess. I mean, I always kind of have had like a high protein, low carb diet,
Yeah.
and then once I was like keto, it's like, all right, let's see how this affects my body.
right.
It's not sustainable. I can't afford. You can't like it costs money
No.
to be able to actually eat that much without carbs, and also your body to get into keto, it takes a few days for your body to get used to it.
Here's my theory too:
Yeah.
is who wants to live forever?
Ooh, interesting.
I don't think it's about living forever. I think it's about whatever
Being
time
40.
you are. No, I mean when you are however long you do live, when you're eating healthier or whatever it is that you're doing to be healthy, you'll feel better
You'll
for
feel
however
better, for
long
sure.
that is.
You know what's funny is drinking would actually help because drinking like thins the blood.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So like, did the doctor say like this is 100% because you got the vaccine?
No, they will never say that.
Interesting.
They're like, this was formed between 6 months and 12 months ago, And in my head, I'm like, well, I got the J&J 9 months ago.
Okay.
Literally the perfect timeline.
It couldn't be
Yeah.
more perfect.
There's no family history
Yeah.
of blood clot. Nobody's ever had a blood clot.
that
Yeah.
shit's poison, dude. Nobody knows what was in it. Nobody really
knows.
knows what was, they would just say like, "Shut up, we're scientists. Of course
Yeah.
we know."
Yeah.
But we didn't.
yeah.
And
dude,
they kept like saying like, "Well, how come it didn't go to all these trials?" And they're always like, "Oh, well, there were trials.
yeah, it's like who?
Where? How come that information isn't publicly available?"
Yeah, if it's on a rat, like,
Yeah.
how is that supposed to translate to me?
exactly.
You know? And who are they trying it on? Black people?
I
Isn't that who
wish.
they try everything on?
Yeah, like low income black families.
That's who
and stuff.
Japanese people try their clothes on.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, it works for black people. Must
Yeah, that's
work
why you
for
see all those fucking black people walking around in like robes and shit, kimonos. Black people running along fence posts and shit.
peace and prosperity.
I did get sick after I got the vaccine. Like it felt like
Yeah.
just like having the flu for a couple days.
For sure.
When I got the vaccine, when I got the booster.
And then you still get COVID.
Yeah, so it's like what's
No,
and then
I
like,
got-
oh, you could have died. You would have died from it otherwise. Though.
Yeah.
I
It's
got
like, yeah,
COVID
right.
before I had the vaccine. Since having the vaccine, I haven't got COVID.
But have you gotten tested for COVID?
Well,
Yes.
that's true. I haven't got tested either.
That's like the wonderful thing about COVID is you can always be on either side no matter what, and
Yeah.
nobody can prove you wrong.
Yeah.
Once I
I've been
got-
telling
yeah.
people I don't have AIDS for years.
Yeah, just 'cause you
Once
never
I,
got
I
tested.
haven't got tested, so I don't have it.
Yeah.
once I got the vaccine, I'm like, I'm never getting fucking tested again.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
never getting tested.
Yeah.
again.
No, there's no. The only thing that comes of it is like just get tested if you have something you don't want to do.
I think I was sick at one point and got tested and tested negative for COVID after I had the vaccine. I just honestly, I don't know shit, but I'm
No.
like, I'm not a conspiracy theorist enough where I would be like so against doing it, but
Yeah.
I'm also not so into, I don't care enough about anything that I wasn't like, I didn't understand anybody being super rah-rah on either side of a thing that you don't know anything about.
for sure.
But once baseball season started, and they were like, "Well, if you had the vaccine, you go into this line at Yankee Stadium," and there was like no one there.
Yeah.
And it was like, if you don't have the vaccine, you go into this line, and it's where everyone is.
They
And
knew how to
and I was like,
incentivize.
"All right, I'm
Yeah.
getting the vaccine."
It would have been funny during the AIDS crisis if like gay people had to wear like a little mask over their asshole.
Yeah. And you see the ones with the N95 over their asshole. It's like those are the
Oh,
gay
wow,
guys
they-
who they really don't want
really,
AIDS.
Yeah, they really don't want AIDS. Yeah, yeah. The other ones are just doing it for show. They
Yeah.
totally don't care if they
Yeah.
have it. Yeah, AIDS
Yeah.
is funny. I was talking about this the other day, but like AIDS is like obviously not that bad anymore.
Not anymore. Not a death sentence.
Yeah, it's just the name AIDS that's bad.
It's just funny.
Yeah.
It's like
well, also,
having-
I don't even really hear of anyone having AIDS anymore.
no.
Yeah, but do you see like those like commercials for like PrEP and shit?
Yeah.
Like those like now they have all kinds of like if you have HIV, take this medication.
yeah,
And all of those ads, it's always like young gay people.
for sure.
Like how are young gay people still getting AIDS? Like this should be like an old person.
Dude, it's because they shoots and ladders
And, like,
with
let's
asshole.
be fucking real.
Yeah.
Let's be real. The fact that AIDS still affects like so many, there's like a young generation affected by AIDS, and AIDS was like kind of came into like full swing in like the 70s and 80s. It's because a lot of fucking older gay men.
80s.
80s, yeah. A lot of older gay men are grooming these young guys.
For sure.
There's a lot of grooming going
Yeah.
on in like the gay community.
Yeah.
And we don't like there's like huge ass age gaps. So it's like, is this guy your father? No, he's the man who gave me my sexual awakening.
Yeah.
Well, because like the ways to get AIDS are like through sharing needles, through sex, and through drag queen story hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine getting AIDS from Goodnight Moon.
Yeah.
It's like I feel like there's like it's they don't talk about it as much in the gay community, but like there's so many large age gap.
There is. That's
And
like
it's-
that's
does
the
it-
hot
does it
dynamic.
upset
Oh yeah, there's like these age gaps in the gay community that if they were in like that are the same thing as like Leonardo DiCaprio and all of his girlfriends.
Yeah.
But worse because
people
it's
just-
gay.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And
at least you're
people
getting
just-
some nice
yeah.
young pussy out of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
There's less of an age gap in the heterosexual community because it's like old guys are disgusting.
Yeah.
Right.
And old women are disgusting.
But old
And men
gay-
are noble,
old-
and they're like, well, that's
Yeah.
someone's daughter.
Yeah,
Yes,
but old
yes.
gay
She's your
men.
problem.
Yeah, old
Yeah,
gay
yeah.
I'll
men
come
are
back
like,
when you're dead.
Yeah, old gay men are like ripped though.
yeah, like dude,
Yeah.
when I'm 50, I'm not gonna even look at 21-year-old girls as like something that I would pursue.
Why? What if you have a lot of
it's
money?
like you said, that's someone's daughter. But if it's someone's son, fuck that, dude. I'll fuck someone's
No,
son.
see, that's
Come
why.
here,
That's
come
why
here,
you
boy.
got.
Yeah.
No, that's why you got to go keto. So when you're 50, you can still fuck 21-year-olds.
Yeah, I guess.
That's the reason to stay
You're
healthy
gonna be
for real.
They are hot. That is the other thing. Is all gay people are hot.
Yeah.
Not bears.
Not bears, but
And like, what about like the creepy molester gay guys?
yeah, but these are like the 1%.
No,
These
there's
are-
like what about the Midwest like truck stop gays?
Oh, but they won't admit it.
They're
Some
not
of them
openly.
might.
They're not.
You got a
openly.
real purr mile.
Yeah.
What about those kind of gays?
Can you wear this fake mustache while
Yeah.
I jerk off?
What about the army gays?
Those are
Oh,
hot
dude.
guys.
Prison gay?
There's got to be nothing hotter than enlisting in the army and just you and your bunkmate happen to both be gay and haven't told anyone.
Dude, what if like all of boot camp is just like a fucking gay orgy, and like they always say like, oh yeah, it was the hardest fucking time because they don't want other people to like go and be like, oh, he's just a faggot getting railed out by every dude here.
Oh,
So they
you're
make up
talking.
shit.
You're talking about booty camp.
Yeah, there it is.
That would be definitely tough for someone who's not gay.
Do you think
I
gay
would have been
people?
like, that's the hardest time of my life. Got fucking railed out. Didn't even shoot a gun.
It's part of basic
3
training.
months.
Do you think gay people should be allowed to adopt?
Yes, but they have to decide who's the husband and who's the wife in the relationship.
Yeah, there needs to be a mom and dad.
I say they can adopt, just not white babies.
What
I
if-
feel like
Let them ruin the other
unless like
races.
it's
Yeah.
like a white baby with like a cleft palate or something.
Right, yeah. If it's
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
deformed white baby,
Better
then we'll
for
let 'em
sucking
take 'em.
dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A cleft palate from
This-
sucking
yeah.
too
Just
much
whistling on a dick. Dude.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, I think once because you have to define the gender roles in your relationship. 'Cause
Yeah.
you need a mom and you need a dad.
And what would you be in a gay relationship?
I would be the mom. For
I would
sure.
be the mom
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, I have too much compassion
Yeah.
and just love.
I'd be a lazy ass mom though.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
but that's how moms should be. Dude.
Moms are there's a Hungry Man dinner in the freezer.
Yeah.
I'm watching my soaps.
What you want is an
You'd be-
ugly mom and a hot dad.
Joe would
Yeah.
be the mom, and I'd be the overprotective, like bad cop father. Like, Joe tells the kid, Joe's lazy. He's like, "All right, we'll deal with this when your father, the bodybuilder, gets home."
Yeah.
You need an ugly mom and a hot dad because you don't want your friends to want to fuck your mom.
Yeah.
You want your friends to fuck your dad?
You want the girls to fuck your dad, so then they're like, "Oh, but you kind of look like your dad."
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Little trickle.
Well, because that's
down.
always the thing people say, like, look at someone's mom to tell how the girl is going to look when she's older,
True.
or look at the dad when you see how the boy is going to look when he's
Uh-oh.
older. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I think that's your
That's a
dad's
doofy
ugly.
looking dad.
How do your dads look?
Doofy.
Yeah.
not great. I mean, he's a good guy and everything,
Yeah.
but I mean, I wouldn't fuck him.
Yeah.
Who would? I
Who-
guess your mom.
I guess my mom.
I think my dad
Are your
was
parents still together?
They're still together.
Yeah.
They've had sex 7 times.
You have
Total.
7 brothers and sisters?
I have 5 brothers and sisters, 2 miscarriages.
Jesus.
Are they like very?
Does your parents like, well, those miscarriages, that doesn't count as sex then.
Yeah, that's
Sex
a
only
freebie.
counts when like after the baby's crowned.
Yeah, exactly.
Are
If
they,
there's
like,
a baptism.
are they
count it
religious?
at the baptism? Yeah, Catholic,
Ah.
Irish Catholic.
Yeah. Your first brother gets fucking baptized and your dad's like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, just got laid.
Ooh, fuck yeah.
Did you guys come from religious families?
A little
No.
bit. My dad pushed us to go to church in an attempt to save the failing marriage.
Okay.
Mm.
So we would go to church, and I was like, damn, thanks for fucking me up with all, like, they don't believe in it, but they were like, well, I guess now that we're married and we have kids, we got to go to church, you know?
Yeah, you want to have God on your side.
I go to
get that.
church, and I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, and I was like, these songs suck. Like, we'd have to read a hymn.
The song, they need new songs.
Yeah,
dude. They need
it-
Pharrell
I think
in
they
there.
need some hers. A little too much hymns.
a priestess.
Yeah.
A high priestess. We need, like, some human sacrifice on the altar.
Yeah. There you
know?
go. That would spice things up.
Say some fucking crazy-ass Bible verse and then pull out a still beating heart.
Yeah.
Then I'll be impressed.
Hell yeah.
What is this shit like?
Yeah.
It's like, come on, what is? It's like everyone knows what page to turn to. I never knew what page to fucking turn to.
Yeah.
I hated church, dude. Church is fucking gay, and I gotta dress up on a day off. That's fucking gay.
Oh, you guys had to
too.
dress up?
We had to dress up. Can you
Dude,
believe
that's
that,
pretty
dude?
That's
gay.
how you know you weren't serious about the religion. you're like, we're gonna fake it by wearing a collared shirt.
It was
Yeah.
so fucking retarded. My parents were so fuck my dad for making us go to church, and fuck my mom for going along with it. So stupid. And now like they're like, oh, family is important. Get out of here, dude.
You didn't
like I
feel
said,
like a little warmth in your heart?
Never.
No.
And then like I thought something was fucked with me because I'm like, fuck. What if God is talking to every single person in
Yeah.
this room except me? Maybe I can kill people and I don't have to worry about my eternal soul then.
Yeah.
You know?
So
Is God real? I don't think so.
I don't know, dude.
Do you?
I think there's definitely something. After I did DMT, I was like, oh, there is a God.
Damn. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you were doing So you were doing DMT with your girlfriend's family
Yeah, not my girlfriend.
before we were so rudely interrupted.
Not
Your
my
fiance.
girlfriend.
Your
No, my
fiance.
friend, my friend's family.
Probably something more than that.
My
though.
ex-girlfriend's friend.
Oh,
actually.
yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nummy, nummy.
Yeah.
Were you able to forgive her after your DMT trip?
Yes, actually.
That's the cool thing with
Really?
drugs, huh?
It
Yeah.
wasn't even forgiveness as much as acceptance.
Acceptance
Yeah.
and
I
understanding.
saw you two in the same room recently, and you seemed like normal.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
We're cool now.
You
We're
loved
trying to
her.
like, yeah.
but now you don't, and that's okay.
Yeah, now it's like it's just a different phase.
Oh, is
you
she
know?
a comic?
Yeah.
Patty.
You know you know
Who
who
is
it
it?
is.
No, Patreon.
What's
maybe.
her first name?
Never make
yeah,
the
no.
mistake of actually with Joe, not even telling Joe the name. Never make the mistake of even letting Joe know you are friends with a female comic. and he
I'm
will
just
never,
saying, dude.
Dude, I'm friends with a lot of female comics.
Ooh,
Don't
who
let Joe
else?
know
I'm
because
like Mr. Female Comic.
Yeah,
over
that's what
here.
you
You're
always
Mr.
say. You're like,
Female comic.
oh, hey, let me just give you a back rub. That was such a good set.
That was a great set.
Yeah.
You better be careful. There are some guys that Matt considers predatory
Oh,
who
for
are
sure.
friends with female comics, but they usually want something in return.
This
Yeah.
guy, I'm playing the long game.
No,
Yeah.
I mean like exploiting them, like wanting like a sexual favor.
Well, that's gonna be.
Oh,
me. I'm
there
gonna
are-
have a
I mean,
harem
yeah.
of
Yeah.
and
open
like
mic
exchanging
comedians.
sets in exchange for kisses.
kisses. Yeah.
That's all I want is a nice smooch.
I don't want
Yeah.
no kiss. Don't kiss me. Sometimes like a woman like tries to bring me up on stage and give me a kiss on the cheek, and I go yuck, and I wipe it off, dude, so it doesn't count. We gotta fucking fellas. Bring back fucking wiping off a kiss when you get
Yeah,
one.
Yeah.
I love that, dude.
Like
Remember that shit?
Yeah, like it's your aunt.
That's like such like a '90s kid thing to do.
Yeah.
What happened? Now it's like kids are always like fucking kissing each other and
Yeah,
loving
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yo, be disgusted by
Yeah.
getting and receiving affection.
Exactly. Kisses are disgusting until you're old enough.
It was truly
Even now, fuck being
Even-
old
yeah.
enough. I think kisses are still gross,
There's still. I mean, it is
especially from a
the
girl.
two most gross parts of the human body.
Yeah.
ass
like,
to mouth.
Ass to mouth.
Yeah.
Ass to mouth, the ultimate dirty. Damn. You know what
The
was
ultimate
funny? It was
kiss.
like, you know, ass to mouth was invented when someone was like, "Yo, kiss my butt," for real.
Yeah. Okay. That
It was just an improv sketch where everyone yes anded a little too much.
Yeah.
Have you ever
And then
eaten?
someone finally yes, but
There you
did.
go.
Yeah, there
Have
you
you ever eaten ass?
Dude, no.
Come
I'm way
on.
way too homophobic.
Are you really? Even if it was a
Dude.
woman?
It's a girl's
Yeah,
ass. It's
yeah.
Really?
Because it's still I share a body part with them.
Why?
Mm.
Because I have an ass too.
Sometimes I would take like one of those like fucking wipes, baby wipes.
Yeah.
I go to town and I'm gonna clean your asshole until I can see my reflection in the baby. and then I was like, damn, that asshole's so clean I could eat off of it.
Maybe I would. Like once you get close enough to an asshole to eat it, you have no idea whose asshole it is.
Whose asshole is this? Oh, each asshole is
Whose
distinct.
asshole is it anyway?
You gotta zoom
Where
out.
everything's made up and the shit doesn't matter.
No, I'm like afraid of it. I don't want anything going in mine. I don't want anything.
Why?
going
I don't
in
want
theirs.
anything. Yeah, I don't want anything going in mine. There was a girl who I dated who was into like eating ass.
What was
and
her
she-
name?
We're not doing this.
Was it a comedian?
Was it Johnny
No, it was not a
Sins?
comedian. No, I talked about it. We talked about it when I talked about the religious girl who like she ended up being like engaged to a guy who was like from her church in his 50s. And I didn't know she was cheating on him with me the whole time. She was like
Oh.
rebelling against
You
that
have a very
lifestyle.
sad history with women.
I do.
Oh, come on, Patty. Don't say that into the mic. But that's very true. But it's, in a way, it's all kind of a win, too.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I guess.
Because like in their life, they think about you as like this guy. They're like they feel some sort of pity for you, or they sorry,
Regret,
or there's
yeah.
some. They have to live with that for the rest of your life. But
Yeah,
you who have been just falling in every trap.
Well, I mean,
in
I
the
also
jungle.
I did my share of bad shit. Also,
What did you do?
I mean, when I was wrestling, I was like a big hoe.
Big cock grabber.
No, I was just hooking up with anyone at any chance I could, and would
Okay.
say and do anything to hook up with whatever.
Do you have a high body count?
Yeah,
Like over?
I mean-
over 30.
yeah.
Over 100.
We
Over
shouldn't
100.
do this.
Wow.
Well, I
dude.
mean, we talked about it on the Patreon last week. When I was wrestling, think about like every 2 or 3 weekends for like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
So if that's 20 weekends a year, if you add it up, if I'm hooking up with a girl one of those weekends every time,
That's at least
Yeah.
20
it
women.
gets
That's a
it gets
lot.
it gets
Good
high.
math.
And there were some weekends where it was like 3
3 women.
days, and each day was a different girl. Like,
Oh my God.
One
Yeah.
time there were like triplets, and he was like, "I'm just gonna count you as one because I'm running out of space on my fucking bed frame to fucking put a
To
notch."
scratch
Yeah.
Yeah.
a tally in. Mine is
Now
8.
serving number 36.
My number is 8.
Wait, you've had sex
Yeah.
with 8 women?
8 women.
You're
Yeah.
a little slut.
Yeah.
What are their names in alphabetical
Yeah.
order?
I don't even think I have an A.
A.
Or a B.
Amanda. B.
Becky.
But yeah, I was like kind of a dorky, tall, skinny, awkward kid. Didn't get much attention from girls. I kind of got along with everyone. I wasn't like bullied, super nerdy, but I wasn't
But-
super popular either.
Yeah,
One
yeah.
time Matt
But-
was at the beach and this guy kicked sand in his face and he was like, "Someday I'm gonna fucking learn." And then Matt was reading a comic book and then the back it was like, "Do you want to be strong? Send $15 to Mr.
Dude,
Universe."
if anchor arms were a real thing, you totally would have got those.
Yeah.
from
Oh, for sure.
SpongeBob.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I would have been too distracted with the
yeah.
X-ray vision specs.
Yeah.
Oh,
Remember
yeah.
6 to 8 weeks delivery for shit?
Oh,
Yeah.
those
How
like,
did we survive
yeah.
before Amazon?
Oh,
dude?
the
I
Scholastic
don't know.
Book Fair thing. I got like a pack of Goosebumps books that came with like glow in the dark Goosebumps boxers. That was like my favorite pair of
Dude.
underwear for years.
That's awesome.
I don't know how I didn't get laid.
I got a
nice.
I got a Captain Underpants embroidered
Ooh.
whoopee cushion one time.
Very nice.
Damn, I would just get those Clifford the Big Red Dog erasers.
Nice.
I hated those fucking books, but damn,
I love
that
yeah.
eraser.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn, they
but
had some good shit. They would like get you excited about like fucking reading swag.
they
Yeah.
would, dude.
Because like you get like beforehand, you get like the little like catalog of like the shit that was gonna be available.
Yeah, and the presentation was like
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Because
I
they'd
do
have those
miss,
big cases.
I miss like having a pamphlet of just things that you can buy, but it's like you know, like the physical.
There
it's-
is something. I mean, now when you're growing up without that, that seems like why would you ever? I think whatever your generation is you grew up with, you're nostalgic for that thing because of the feeling it gave you. But when you look back to like things our parents are like, God, it was such a good feeling to do this, and I'm like, oh, you mean 3 hours to do the thing it takes me 10 minutes to
Yeah.
do?
Yeah.
Like now it would
Yeah.
have been like, damn, I would have loved to have been like 8 and have access to like hardcore gay
Amazon.
porn,
Yeah.
you know.
just for the
Like,
novelty.
I'm watching like 2 gay men fucking stab each other, and then like the first one
Yeah.
to die gets
Yeah.
fucked.
creating new
Yeah.
holes.
But we had like Rotten.com. I used to go on Rotten.com
Yeah.
all the time.
What was that all about?
Rotten.com was like a website that just had like pictures of people murdered and like
Oh.
dead bodies and shit.
That's pretty
Yeah.
rotten.
Oh, we just found like, oh, here's like a fucking picture of Joseph Stalin on a meat hook.
Yeah.
You know?
I
It's
do
like, fuck, that
remember
rocks.
one thing I'm like nostalgic for that I don't think exists anymore was just like going into school a little bit early, and like my parents just had to drop me off early, and just being in the library, and it wasn't like everyone could just be on their phones. Like I had my phone, but it still wasn't quite where everything is on your phone. Social media wasn't as big, so we would just like sit in the library and just like read different magazines.
Yeah.
I would always just go and like read like
Highlights.
Playboy.
well, this was like
Hustler.
no, my thing was the
Cool doctor.
I was the car and driver, and muscle and fitness were mine.
I love how you love muscles so
Well, that was as a kid I was doing amateur wrestling, and I was like had to be like skinny, and then like by my senior year of high school I'd started training for pro wrestling,
Yeah.
and was like I need to learn everything I can. I ended up getting Triple H's like bodybuilding book,
Yeah.
and just following his workouts and doing these muscle because I was like a dorky kid, and then all of a sudden I'm wrestling. I'm in better shape. I'm tanning. I have my long hair, and I'm getting attention from girls for the first time. And that's where I went on this like 3 or 4 year run of just, that would turn, I think, almost any 17-year-old into a monster.
Yeah, or a gay guy.
Or a gay
You
guy.
could have went either way.
I mean, I was wearing a lot of spandex.
Yeah. You
I was
chose Christ.
grabbing and grappling with men a lot.
Yikes.
Back to the like early
The non-faggot
websites.
stuff, yes.
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 The early websites. I remember one day, like when I was like going through adolescent, a young boy, boners coming left and right.
You didn't know what was
leaving.
happening.
And I was like, I didn't know what porn was, but I knew that there was something on the internet that maybe I could
Help relieve this darkness.
exactly.
What was the first thing you ever came to?
So, that I don't remember. It was probably the first video like on like Pornhub, like
One of those, like, you won't last 10 seconds watching this video.
just the ad before the video. Yeah. Oh, porn is awesome. Just a giant orc fucking a
Yeah.
bar wench.
It was just like a little GIF on a fucking loop.
yeah, I'm like, this is so sick. But I remember
There's a stick figure drawing of sex.
My sister called me down to like the family computer room. She's like, Patty, can you come down here a second? And like right away, you're like, if it's on the computer, it's not good because you're
Yeah.
always doing shit you shouldn't be.
Yeah.
So I walk down there and she's just like, Patty, did you search boobs.com? I was like,
Is your sister
no.
older?
Yeah.
Oh, God. So she was like, I need to protect Patty.
Yeah.
Come on. It'd be like, step off, bitch. I'm fucking horny.
Yeah,
You should have
boobs.
fucking pointed to your boater and be like, yo, I got this fucking demon. Get out of the way before you get hurt, sis.
Sis.
Also,
Yeah.
Patty,
Thank God
you-
incest wasn't a thing back
Yeah.
then.
Dude, yeah. Thank God it didn't.
you still-
You would have been
surface.
like, now, Patty, if you'll excuse me, I got to go get this clothes out of
There
the
you
dryer, where I hopefully won't get stuck.
Yeah.
Damn, dude, stuck porn's pretty fucking cool.
Oh yeah,
huh?
you're gonna have to
Yeah.
get me out with all this lube I have
Yeah.
laying around.
Where are you in the order in siblings?
I'm the second oldest of 5.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So you have older sister?
older sister.
Yeah.
Then I have 2 younger sisters and a younger brother.
Gotcha.
Damn.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Did everyone go to college?
Yeah, I have a very, I'm like the dumbest one in my family.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I
What'd
have
you
like
study?
2 salutatorian, and I studied civil engineering.
Oh, damn.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. You got smart family.
Very smart, very bright.
My my
Except my
family,
mom.
my parents, and I think their parents.
Sorry,
My parents
Mom.
were both like college graduates, but not like Ivy. My dad's like a musician, so he was a Juilliard grad.
Oh, nice.
And my mom went to like Queens College. She was like a therapist, or speech therapist.
Wow.
Worked in like with special needs kids.
yeah.
And
That's where you come into.
That's where help. Yeah, yeah. She fucked up with me. I don't know why.
Some kind of osmosis.
And my little brother, my brother dropped out of high school, and it was like a big deal because like it's rare that usually it's like as the generations go on, so like
you're supposed to get better.
yeah.
But
I
then
mean,
every
but it's
family
not. But it's
peaks.
also not like. I mean, he didn't do well in school, but he's not like dumb.
Yeah.
It's just sometimes things just don't work out.
School's
with,
not for everyone.
Yeah.
That is funny, dude. Like, yeah, you said every family peaks, but like, how funny is it? It's like third generation.
Yeah.
They peak. Like, it's like real fucking like right. Like because like for a lot of us, like a real sign of generational wealth is if your grandparents went to college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's something
I don't
like I've
think.
been.
I don't know if my grandparents did or not.
I don't know many that did.
Yeah.
It's like very like waspy white families.
It's super wild, especially like, and it's like
Yeah.
always like older, like, oh, you'll go to Harvard like your father and his
Yes.
father before him and his
Yeah.
father before.
Yeah.
Like you can trace it fucking back, dude.
I don't think so. Based on the jobs I know, my grandfather on one side of my family was like had an auto body shop. Probably not a college graduate.
Probably not. But
my grandma worked with like Social Security, so maybe.
okay.
I
Yeah.
feel like
Yeah.
this following, like the generation that our friends are, like our friends that have kids,
Yeah.
I bet their kids aren't going to go to college.
The next generation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking that.
At least like not, they're going to, if they are,
They're
going to
gonna become
like,
influencers.
they're like,
Yeah.
I'm going to work at a day job and then I'm just going to take like online courses. Because at this point, everyone's still kind of predisposed to do like,
Yeah.
they see like online shit's like a viable experience.
Dude, everything is YouTube is better than any college.
Yeah,
It is.
I majored in history in college, but I feel like I've learned more history since I graduated.
Yeah.
I remember having a class, and then during college, like during the actual semesters, I was like partying all the time.
Yeah.
I was like writing for the school paper. I was with the community service club. I had extracurriculars in addition to just partying and being in college and wrestling on the weekends.
Yeah.
So I just did whatever I could to get by in my classes. And I remember like skimming books and just knowing enough to write the papers.
Yeah.
And then like over winter break, I was working resident safety and I just had hours of sitting behind a desk doing nothing. And I would
Yeah.
just read some of the history books and be like, this is actually really interesting.
The
I learned more outside of the classes.
College now is just all about like gender equality and stuff. Like they're learning how to like keep their cock on ice for when
Yeah.
they transition back into a man. That's like the lesson they're learning.
Ridiculous. Our tax dollars at work.
Doesn't that drive you nuts?
I do think it's fucking crazy to give a child hormone therapy.
Yeah.
It's fucking wild.
If you're 18, do whatever the fuck
if you're 18,
you want.
go ahead and disfigure your body all you want, you little
Yeah,
weirdo.
yeah.
But like, don't be a fucking kid.
I also think if you transition, like if you're a man going to a woman, you have to start with A tits,
Yeah.
A size cup, A cups.
Would you be comfortable with your child being taught by a trans person?
I wouldn't. No, yeah, that would be fine.
Really?
Just as long as they're not like fucking that guy from Game of Thrones, like whispering in their ear, like your body is not how
Yeah.
it needs to be.
Uh-oh.
It could be better. You know, like
Yeah.
Darth Sidious, dude,
Yeah.
just turning my
You
child
think as
to
you
the
get
dark
Have you
further
heard the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the trans?
yeah.
I had the idea of getting, as you get further and further into being a woman, every step of the way, like almost like martial arts, you get a new belt, you get a bigger size cup, boob.
Yeah.
You
That's
start off
what
A
I
cup.
think.
When
Yeah.
you see a girl who's like a D cup, it's like, that's like a black belt trans.
They honestly should have like trans level 1, trans level 2, trans
Yeah,
level
yeah.
3.
Yeah.
And then it's like
Exactly.
trans level 5 is like indistinguishable from the real McCoy.
Exactly. They're like, Becky, you've been a big cunt this past year. We're gonna give you bigger tits. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
And that would work out because then like
You're
if you're
proving you're a woman.
if you're transitioning from male to female, you're only allowed to compete in female sports at like levels 1 and 2 or something.
Yeah.
Something like that.
so
Yeah.
Patty, of your 8 sexual partners, how many were trans?
One is a lesbian.
That's close. That's
Now.
the same thing.
Same thing. She
Same thing.
transed out of liking cock.
Trans out of dick.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think I was like there when when she realized she didn't like men, because I think I was
It
like
was when you were fucking her.
was
I was
she
like
like-
the fruitiest man she had been with.
She
I
was like,
think.
"Hey Patty, will you do me a favor? Tuck your dick between your thighs. I want to see something." And you were like, "Okay." And she was like, "Ooh, yeah, okay,
yeah,
I
yeah.
gotta go."
I remember
She's
she
like,
was
"Can I
just
call
like-
you Patty? Patty?
She was like She was on top of me with jeans on,
Nice.
just like grinding her like pussy against me, and I was
Yeah.
like, my face could be, it wasn't into it. I was just
Yeah.
kind of like, this hurts me, but she was into the whole rubbing thing.
Yeah.
Like I don't think she
Ooh.
there
Was it like
no-
one of those times you couldn't get hard, and she was like, "This is the happiest I've ever been with a man."
yeah, literally. She's like, oh yeah, an erect penis is my mortal enemy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like maybe her next relationship, like 3 months later, was with a woman.
Nice.
I've been with girls who are bi. I don't know if I've been with any who became lesbian. A lot of them,
Yeah.
also a lot of them were like one night things or flings. So I didn't keep track. I don't know where they
Yeah.
are now. I do know 3 girls I've been with have died.
Nice of AIDS.
Yeah, of AIDS. Yeah.
Maybe you should get tested.
Yeah. No, one died of a heroin overdose.
Have you
Sick.
guys ever gotten the in-room AIDS test?
No, I've never gotten an AIDS test, dude. I'm not gay.
I've
Yeah.
gotten STD
You don't need to do it
tests
if you're not.
before,
You,
yeah.
honestly, you truly. A doctor even told me.
Yeah.
If you're not gay, there's no need to do a fucking. And they're like, "Have you ever done intravenous drugs?" I'm like, "No." And they're like, "Have you ever had gay sex?" And I said, "No." And they're like, "Why are you wasting our time? You're not some drug addicted faggot."
Yeah, but they like I did this for a girl because the girl's like,
Yeah,
I want to
what
get
a
tested.
simp,
I want you
dude.
to get tested.
I
Whatever.
want to get tested, dude. What a fucking bitch.
Yeah.
What a fucking bitch.
But anyway, they do it in like live in the room. It takes like a minute for the results to come back.
Yeah.
So there's a minute when you're sitting there and they have the blood and they're just like stirring it up, and you're like, I totally have AIDS.
does
I
it turn if
definitely
it's
have
if
AIDS.
it does if you have AIDS, it turns pink?
Yeah,
Yeah.
glitter comes
Yeah.
out. It's like, hey,
A rainbow shoots out of it.
yeah.
Are you scared?
Dude, I was so scared. 'Cause
Yeah.
like it's not even having AIDS. It's just like having AIDS is like having the last name Hitler.
Yeah.
It's like people are gonna be like,
Only gay people
oh, I
have
don't
it.
know. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Every gay
Yeah.
dude is named.
Yeah,
their
we're
name's
gonna
Shit-
start
their name's-
painting.
Their name's Shitler.
I've
Yeah.
done a cool thing, and now I have to be judged in the court of public
Yeah.
opinion.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Have
But
you?
you
I've
didn't-
never had an STD though.
So did she like put out after you had like a clean slate of health?
Yeah, this was like. Well, actually, this was after the relationship had ended. But she was like, I think I might have this thing, like, that I might have had dormant in my system for a while, so I want to make sure, like, you didn't
Man,
give it to me or something.
I'd say go get tested, bitch, and if you come back dirty, I'll get tested. But if not,
Yeah.
whatever. I've always said that to a woman. I don't even like. One time I had like I was this was back in San Francisco. I was dating a girl.
Home of the AIDS.
Oh yeah.
If you're in
And-
San Francisco, you should be getting AIDS tests.
Yeah,
true.
and then
It's
she
in
was
the
like, "I just
water.
did." She's like, "I did an STD test. I came back totally clean. I don't have anything." I'm like, "That's awesome. That means I don't have anything." And
Yeah.
she's like, "Wait, you never got tested?" I'm like, "Well, I don't need to get tested. You got tested."
Yeah.
And
Like, do you
everyone
think
I've
I'm out
ever
there
been with
fucking?
has always gotten tested.
Yeah. It's like that's carbon neutral dating, right?
And
I
if
g-
I,
I
if I
used-
have
yeah.
something, it's not transmittable. So what's the fucking problem?
yeah.
I still probably at least once a year now going for an STD. I used to every few months, especially back then. Even though I was like being irresponsible when
Yeah,
I was
back in your
younger,
Sex
I
and the
still was
City
like, I
phase.
got to see if I have something.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah.
definitely good, but it's the same thing. It's like I'm not gonna have sex. I got out of a relationship like 3-4 months ago.
With
Yeah.
who?
I'm not gonna I'm not gonna have sex again for another like year and a half.
Yeah.
I move very slow. I'm like
Yeah.
in no rush.
Yeah.
Every time I have sex, I'm taken aback by it, where I'm like, "Oh damn, I'm having sex."
It is
Well,
like
now that I'm like dating, it's like different, like in a relationship. But
Yeah.
I mean, like in my bachelor days,
it's
I
like
would
the
never be,
counter
like-
resets.
yeah, I would never go out and be like, "I'm gonna get some fucking pussy."
Yeah.
But like,
Well,
every
you
time
should
I'd
never
have
do
sex-
that. You should never do that. I always thought I'm going out to have fun, and generally, if you're out having fun and people around you are having fun, you may get laid.
Yeah.
But any of the time you go out, I'm going out to get laid. You're just setting yourself up for disappointment.
Not always.
Yeah.
Sometimes
'Cause
you
the-
can get laid.
I mean, you
just have
can,
to really
but-
focus.
Do you guys know my
Yeah.
famous patented pickup line?
No,
I'll give
what
you
is
$10.
It's
Suck it, bitch.
what you got to do is
I have a gun.
you like have your phone and like this is like for women on the street, like
Ooh.
you see like a pretty woman on the
Yeah.
street
Baby girl, let me
and
take
you
a
have your
picture.
phone and you're like looking at your phone and you kind of like walk up to her and you're like looking around for something. You see like she's just like standing in front of some building and you kind of like look at her and then look down, whatever. You're like, "Excuse me, is there a smoke shop here?" And she's like, "What?" And it's like, "My phone tells me there's a smoke shop here. I typed in smoke shop near me." And then you're looking around, you're like, "Oh no, I typed in smoke show near me."
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh my God, what are the odds? Hi, my name's Paddy. I don't have AIDS.
Has that ever worked?
I've never tried it.
You should just say it's worked. Do the Hasan Minhaj.
Yeah. Dude, I'm so pissed that like people care that he lied. Like,
At first I was, but once I heard the stuff he lied about, I kind of get it.
what was it? What was it?
I think
Um,
here's the thing, dude. If you give a fuck about stand-up comedy, you're gay.
Yeah.
You are gay.
Well,
You are-
that's,
that is the
that's the
gayest
thing.
thing you
The
can give a fuck
people
about.
who really care and are upset, I understand why they're upset, but I do think they're gay for
Yes,
caring that
yeah,
much
yeah.
to begin with. Because he was lying about, it wasn't lying about things to be funny. It was lying about things to, like, get sympathy.
Yeah.
So he was, like, saying that someone had mailed anthrax to him and it got on his daughter and he had to take her to the hospital. And it turns out that he never got on his daughter and he never had to go to the hospital.
He doesn't even
So
have
it
a
was just
daughter.
like a story to, like, get people to, like, sympathize with him for dealing with, like,
Yeah.
racism.
See, that is
Yeah.
that is wrong.
Yes.
Like it would be less wrong if he went up and he's just like, "I'm white."
Yeah.
Like that's not wrong.
Yeah.
There's no problem in claiming being
Well,
white.
it's also like, what is the was? Because like, I lie all the time on stage.
Me
but
too.
Everyone loves it because it's like clearly meant to be facetious.
Yes.
And that's
Yeah.
what makes it like funny. And every lie I tell doesn't make me look like a good person.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing. Like, if you lie, it should be like a situation that makes yourself seem dumber or like more cruel than you actually are. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have like one thing where it's like, oh my God, it's Halloween. I'm exhausted trying to hide razor blades and all these candy bars
Yeah.
and shit. Because it's like nobody actually does that.
Or
Nobody,
I
you know.
remember at one point I had jokes I wanted to do. Just I thought of jokes that would be funny to say about someone with cerebral palsy.
Yeah.
And I had no way to say it, so I just started. I made up a story about how
Just
there was.
started going, "Duh."
Yeah. I made up a story about how there was a bully in my elementary school who was the most abusive kid, but he had cerebral palsy.
Yeah.
And then I just make jokes about cerebral palsy. But once I talk about him being a bully, people are a little more
Yeah.
okay with the jokes.
Once you paint that picture,
Yeah.
it's
How can
okay.
you be a fucking bully to somebody who's been bullied by God?
Exactly, dude.
But also there was a Hasan Minhaj. One of the stories he told that wasn't real. He like talked about a white girl who he asked to prom, and then she said yes. But then on the night of the prom, in front of him, she went with a white guy because her parents didn't want her to be with the brown boy.
Oh, okay.
And he was like, it was like a PowerPoint thing. So he had like pictures of the people, and he blurred out her face. But people who knew and went to high school knew the girl.
Yeah.
And she got like doxxed and got messages about being racist. And it turns out she's like, I turned him down. Like, oh, Finnegan's here. She's
Hi.
like, yeah.
Hi.
Oh, new friend.
Okay.
No.
Hey. Hey.
Oh, it's the Irish thing.
Wiping his ass.
He just gets really excited when a new person's here.
Yeah. Hey, Finn. Oh, hey, what's up, Finnegan?
Yeah, the problem with Hasan Minhaj
Yeah.
is like his type of comedy, like his audience is people who will look into the backstory of his jokes.
Well, I think the thing was he just like did a New Yorker article and they fact checked like all this stuff and found out that it wasn't
God,
real.
dude, I
also,
hate
like,
comedy.
yeah.
Is
Well,
it-
I hate that style of comedy.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
so the girl said that she had said no to him days before and never agreed to go to prom with him. And then later she's like, I'm not racist. I am married to a brown guy currently. And I got all these messages calling me racist because of this comedian's made up story about me.
yeah.
Nice, dude. That guy used to
So
teach
that-
comedy class in
Hasan
San
Minhaj?
Francisco. Yeah.
Wow.
The San Francisco Comedy College.
Yeah.
So if you took the class, fucking, lesson 3, lie.
Lie.
And he
yeah.
So that's-
underlined it 3 times.
Yeah.
And he would say, "There's nothing more powerful than a lie." What is the one thing he said? It was basically like a steroid. So you
Yeah.
have to understand. You have to understand the basics of comedy first before you start taking steroids.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the
I'm,
old
I'm a fucking
Yankees
juice.
mentality.
Hey man, if lying on stage is a steroid, then I'm Arnold fucking Schwarzenegger over here.
Call me
Yeah,
Jose
dude.
Canseco.
I'm
I
Mr.
love to
Olympia.
lie.
Me and Joe are the Bash Brothers.
I love lying, dude.
Lying's pretty fun.
It's
Lying
the
is
best,
so fun.
dude.
You know what? Hassan is cool because he lied and people got hurt because of it.
Yeah.
Which is like honestly like
That's the
yeah,
reason.
that's why you fucking lied.
That's the
dude.
reason we lie.
Yeah, to
Yeah.
make yourself look good and to get somebody else in trouble.
Yeah.
That fucking works. How cool would it be if like I lie on stage and then like somebody just fucking kills somebody because they're like, "Oh, Joe Gorman said I got to kill you." And then I worry about that sometimes because like back in the more toxic days of this podcast, I would always put out hits on people.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Of this podcast?
On
Yes.
this very podcast.
Early locker room talk days. We would
But
point to
how
the
long?
cam-
So what is that? Like 3 months ago? Like
No, we've been over like a year and a half.
3.5
now.
years.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. We hit a few months ago. We had our 1-year anniversary.
Oh.
That
Oh,
was when
that's
we
right.
went-
Yeah.
we all
yeah.
went to Dave and Buster's.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That was like a year ago.
Oh, that's wow.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
It really makes you think, dude.
Yeah.
yeah. It does.
Yeah, that's comedians are in trouble. Hasan Minhaj and Russell Brand.
Oh,
Well, Russell,
dude.
what did Russell Brand do?
He's
Uh,
also to say he's a comedian is a
Now,
little.
didn't
Yeah.
Russell Brand put his fingers in a little girl's mouth or something?
Yeah, he calls her. He referred to her as the child.
Yeah.
Did
and
he
she's
really?
16. yeah.
Did he really?
Yeah.
He had a thing with the 16-year-old. But also in
The child.
yeah. In England, that is the age of consent, 16.
child.
That's the age of consent in New Jersey too.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I don't, it's probably because like they're allowed to drink when they're like 18 over there.
Yeah.
And it's like, what am I gonna fuck someone who's allowed to drink? That's
Yeah.
disgusting. How old you'd have to be.
Yeah.
The child, dude. That's such a funny fucking way to call
Yeah.
it.
Dude,
well, it's like
imagine-
I think it's like 4 women have come forward and said that Russell Brand raped them.
Yeah.
Hey, did you read my do? He did.
Yeah.
That's gotta suck to have Russell Brand's dirty hands go in your mouth and then you just spit out like some of the grossest rings you've
Remember
ever
when
seen.
Aziz Ansari fucked a little girl too?
Yeah.
Man, these fucking comedians, they sure do like them young.
They
breaking
do,
them in.
yeah.
Well, Russell
uh,
Brand has a little
yeah.
bit of the same thing that like Pete. They call it ugly hot. The Russell Brand, Pete Davidson, where
Yeah.
you're like heroin
Russell
skinny, and you've got like this like weird like rave type. Russell Brand's got like the rave type look
It's
to
more
him.
the confidence for them. They're
I
both
guess.
very confident people.
Yeah, I guess it's a little different, but there is something with the like I don't know, because I was like when I was a kid I was like skinny and awkward and weird, and then it's like okay, I want to be a big guy with muscles so girls will like me, and then fucking girls are dating like skinny dudes who vape now.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I wish fucking I wish women just like guys who constantly did drugs and played video games.
I know.
And maybe said the N-word every now and again.
Yeah.
Dude, it is like such a because I'm like on like dating apps
Uh-oh,
now
Patty, why?
because
You want your dick sucked? Is that what you say on your profile?
I just want love.
I'm here to get my dick sucked and it's you holding a knife. I want my dick sucked.
But the
Some
problem, like,
interesting fact about me, I need my dick sucked now.
there are girls who like gaming. But
Who?
then, there's just some random girls who are like into playing games,
No,
video
Yeah.
gaming,
they're
whatever.
not.
Yeah.
And then you ask them like what games they're playing, and it's like, oh, like Animal Cross. It's like, can we play like? They're
You
even with gamer girls, there's no overlap.
You don't want a fucking girl that plays video games.
Yeah. Do you
anyway.
actually
Why
want a
not?
gamer girlfriend? You're a big gamer?
I want a girl that wears like little cat ears.
You want a big titty,
unironically.
you want a big titty goth girlfriend.
I do. That's why I was saying the other day I'm into I think I'm into goth girls because of vampires. dude.
Yeah.
Why?
Vampires are sexy.
I want to suck your
Russell
blood.
Brand is a little bit of a vampire.
Yeah.
He's got vampire
Yeah.
energy.
I don't know. It's never meant anything to me for a girl to have like the same interests as me. Like as long as they're not completely like shitting on the things I like and I won't completely shit on the things they like,
Yeah.
then it's like, I don't care. I'll watch one of your shows or movies or whatever, and then we can hang out one day and watch college football or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't need a girl to be like going to the gym with me or anything.
Yeah,
There's a
football
f-
girls are annoying.
Yeah, I don't need a
Football
girl
girls
who's
are
like
the kind
really.
I
I
like.
don't need a girl. Yeah, I don't need a girl.
Steal
who's-
your honey
yeah.
like I steal your bike.
Yeah.
New Kids on the Block had a bunch of hits. Chinese food makes me sick, and I think it's fly where girls stop by for the summer. For that summer, I like girls that wear Abercrombie and Fitch. I take it if I had one wish. You guys know what I'm singing?
Nope.
Ah,
I
fuck,
recognize some of those lyrics, but
dude. Summertime Girls.
yes.
Summertime
I'm
Girls.
I'm bad with lyrics.
Don't worry.
I've never even listened to the lyrics.
You don't
Yeah.
listen to music, dude.
No, I listen to I like that kind of stuff.
I know. I will. There are girls that I've been with who like feel like that to impress me or to like make they think to make the relationship better, I have to care more about your things.
Yeah.
And so like, I'm like, I don't know. One of the best days I remember having with the girl I was dating. We were just like laying on my couch. I had a baseball game on that I was watching, and she was just like laying on my chest and did not pay attention to the game at all.
Yeah,
We were
yeah.
just hanging out. We
Yeah.
would talk every once in a
She
while.
was just cheating on you on her phone. with
Yeah.
her-
no,
Looking
she
at
was
fucking messaging Patty on
Yeah.
fucking Tinder and shit.
Yeah, and then
what app
like,
do you use?
Dude. So I got banned on Hinge.
what
Threatening
happened
to
there?
rape a woman?
There was
All those knife photos.
so I used to send very abrasive messages because nothing was working for me, and I was like, let me try being a fucking dickhead.
Yeah.
And turns out that works more, but then you get like banned.
What kind of abrasive messages?
Well,
were
the
these?
one that got me was there was a girl sitting on a skee ball table, and she was kind of like smushing her boobs together.
Yeah.
And I was like, how many points if I landed in those tits? And I just got the next morning I was banned, perma-banned.
That's awesome, dude. I bet you said something a little more crude.
Maybe before that there was one. I can't. The thing is, once you send them, it's like you don't see it ever
Yeah.
again.
Mm.
But
You found like a black girl and you were like, do you have a fucking master slave fantasy? And you're like, the name's Patty. You know how Irish people hate black people.
wherever we have sex will be the master bedroom.
yeah. I was on Latina Singles Meet too. For
Oh,
a little
really?
bit.
Why?
Yeah.
Oh,
Because, dude, people think I'm Hispanic sometimes. Isn't that crazy?
just the last name ends with a vowel, I guess.
Not even the
though
name.
by
like,
looks.
I've gotten it several times where people have been like, "Are you Hispanic?"
Really?
And I don't understand it
Yeah.
at
What
all.
do you tell them?
Yes, I say, "Sí."
Hi, puppy.
Ay, papi,
I
sí,
like
señor.
Spanish girls, so maybe. But can I be a gringo on that website?
Yeah, you can't. Well, that's what I put. I was like, "Wait a minute, this isn't Tinder." That was my bio.
Yeah.
And there are people
that's
like,
funny.
"Oh, what you think you're doing on here? Yo,
Yeah.
you just hanging around?"
You're like, I want you to smack my dick around like a pinata.
There you go.
And it's your quinceañera. Maybe a special little prize will come out if
Yeah.
you hit it hard enough.
I'll just post a picture of
Tootsie
me in a
Rolls.
Rey Mysterio or Eddie Guerrero T-shirt.
Yeah.
I got a little fucking horchata for you.
Yeah.
Dude, but I like dating apps in general. I don't have any luck.
Me
Why?
neither.
There's
I-
people who
yeah.
look
How could
way
you
more
guys are
disgusting.
total catches. Now why is it not working?
Mystery to me, Joe.
What do you
I'm
tell
Mystery to
them?
me.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it's because like I don't take it seriously. I'm kind of
Yeah.
ironic
Yeah.
with everything.
I back in my fucking bachelor days, I would always like, what'd you set your radius to?
5 miles. I think.
Yeah.
When
Gotta
I'm in
make
the city, it's 5.
Yeah.
You gotta shorten it down.
Smaller?
Cause like yeah, dude, like a 5-mile radius in New York City, that's like all the way up to the Bronx, dude.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah.
We're talking
Yeah.
urban miles. I would always set it to 1 mile.
It's just like you just want to stick your dick out the window and have someone come walking
I
by.
say, come here. I want you to fucking kill me. It's like,
Close-
look, listen,
close
I don't
the
have much time. That's how I would begin every.
I just
fucking-
I feel like with dating apps, it's a skill to be able to communicate with someone and get to the point of the date, but that isn't always necessarily telling of whether you'll actually have chemistry with them.
Yeah.
So I could I don't know, I'll just talk about one of my friends just said that mug root beer is better than Barks. What do you think? Just like some dumb shit like that. You just get in an argument about something silly. You'd be like,
You've
I
had
think
sex with over 100 women.
no, I haven't.
I have.
But no, the dating apps, I'll meet them and then feel no chemistry. Also, I was more of a dick and selfish when I was younger. And when you're nice and actually treat people well, you get laid a lot less. I've noticed that
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
You're a
definitely.
happier person, and I'm not regretful, and I'm not like Andrew Tate, you got to be an asshole to get
Yeah.
laid. But I just know from my experience when I cared less. People want what they can't have, men and women. We
Yeah.
always are chasing people who are emotionally unavailable. That's what we want, and then
Yeah.
we just leave good
Like
people
I
on
want
the
a big
table.
leaky pussy.
Yeah.
Ooh,
A
pate.
big leak. I want it to go from my navel
Yeah.
down past my butt and up to the middle
Yeah.
of my spine.
I hate
Dude,
when
you would take monster shit.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
If-
just want to have to wipe all the way around.
You just
Yeah.
have a towel and just fucking.
yeah, like a locker room.
a locker room
yeah,
talk.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, Patty, where can people find you?
Oh, people can find me on the internet at Patty is Funky on Instagram, News from Bed podcast on YouTube, and podcast places.
Nice. You got any shows coming up?
We have a weekly show at Star Bar, 10 p.m.
Yes.
And the first Wednesday of every month, we do a late night show. We had Joe on,
That's true.
and Joe was incredible. Oh, the camera's over. I've been looking over there.
Yeah.
Are they going to think I'm fucking retarded?
They're gonna think you're engaging your hosts.
This isn't the first point of the podcast. They'll think you're retarded.
Okay, that's fair. But yeah, that's it. Anyway, yeah.
Awesome. Thank
Yeah.
you guys for listening. Thank you, Patty, for
Thank you
joining
very
us.
much.
And we'll see you guys next time.